Hey, how's it going, everyone? Here we are again with another video of the batch scripting course. In this video, we will be talking about how do you handle or control the redirections of your output. So, let's get started. The first thing here we're going to discuss is how do you send your output to a text file? So, let's open up a command prompt here, and I'm just going to assume that you are doing some kind of batch scripting commands, and sometimes you get an error, right? Sometimes you get an output. It doesn't have to be an error, but it could be an output. So you don't want the output, you already know the output, but you don't want that to ruin your display. Like, you don't want that to be displayed on a screen, and that's going to be a lot of stuff on the screen. You just want your screen to be clean, right? So I'm just giving you an example. Like, I'm doing dir here. Let's say I'm looking for a file or folder here. So I'm doing dir and I'm getting an output. I know that. I know the output already, but I'm looking for a file here or folder. But I don't have to see all the output to look for that file. So I can suppress that output. I can just do something like this. I can do dir and then space and then redirection to text file, for instance. Greater than, just one greater than, like this, will send all the output to something. So we have to define that. We have to tell where I'm going to send that output to. So if I want to send the output to a text file, I just have to write the text file name. So maybe logs.txt, right? And I hit enter. See, nothing appeared, right? Nothing displayed on the screen. So now I want to see where that logs.txt, the logs.txt, since I didn't define or didn't specify the destination, so it should be in the same directory here, C users nextpal. So if I go to C users nextpal, I should see something called logs.txt. If I open that, I should see the output. Perfect. So here's the thing. If I do just one greater than, like this one, so first it will look for that file. If the file exists, it will override the file. So let's try this. I'm going to delete everything in this file. I'm just gonna do test and save it, okay? I'm going to do the command again and see what will happen. Nothing happened. Okay, let's open that text file again. See, it deleted everything that was there. It recreates the same file with the same name, but with a new output. What if I already have an output there and I want to just, append the output to that file? Like, for instance, I just want to have a big file that have all my logs or all the output that I get from my batch script. How do I do that? It's very simple. Just do double greater than, like this. So double greater than in scripting languages, doesn't matter if it's batch scripting or shell scripting or anything else, it means you want to append that to your text file. You don't want to delete or remove anything else there. So let's try something else. Let's do, for instance, help. So now I want whatever I get from the help command to go to that logs.txt, but it will be appended to it. See? The first thing I got that was the dir command here, and then the rest was from the help command, right? On top of each other. So I'm not deleting anything there. So if you keep doing this, you'll have a very long log file that you can review later, right? Okay, that's good so far. So this is how you send an output to text file, but here's the thing. What if I have an error instead of real output like this one? Like for instance, I am going to execute a command called D. There is no command called D. It should give me an error, right? Yeah, that's what just happened. D is not recognized as an internal or external command, okay? But what if I want to suppress that output? Or I only want to send error to error file or log file. Like I don't want to send everything to logs. I just want to send errors to logs, right? Because it makes sense. If you're writing a script, you just want to track only errors. You don't want to track everything, right? So how do you do that? Let's do it again. D, and then this time I'm going to do 2, and then greater than. And then maybe we can just call it error log.txt, for instance, and then hit enter. We got another file here called error log.txt. Perfect. So we got only error. So that means if this D command sometimes gives you like real output, normal output, no errors, so there will be no error going to that file because we are telling our command prompt we only need error to go to that error log.txt, nothing else, just error. Okay, but what if you want to send everything there? So first let's try the normal one that we tried, the only greater than from the first example here. So it's greater than, right? I'm gonna do it again. Wow, it just nothing happened, right? Error log, it just empty, right? But why this time it displayed on the screen and it didn't send the output to that file? Basically because this one greater file, greater greater than, it doesn't send anything to, it doesn't send errors to logs, right? It only works for normal output, not errors, okay? So what do you do now? What are you gonna do? How do you send everything to that file? Means normal output and error output to that file. So this is how you do it. Let's just clear screen. So I'm going to do D again. Then I'm going to do normal output. Of course, you can do append, right? You can, if you don't want to delete whatever is already there. But for now we're just doing one greater than sign, and then we just give this to again error log.txt and then space, and then here you say you type 2 greater than and then ampersand 1. So again, D, the command you're typing, the normal command, and then space 1 greater than or 2 greater than error log.txt space 2 greater than ampersand 1. That means you're telling the command prompt I want everything to be sent there. Let's try this out. Okay. This time let's try error log. Okay, it's been sent there. And also if we have normal output, not just error, maybe I can just do dire again because we don't get any errors from dire, right? Still going there. But of course we are doing 1 greater than, but we can change that to double greater than because we want to keep sending output to that file, right? Like this. If we open again, we see another one here and so on. Okay, so far so good. So sometimes you don't want to send any output to anything, like not to a file at least, right? But why? Sometimes we know the output, we know there shouldn't be an error there, there shouldn't be any normal error logs, and we already know the normal output that will be showed or displayed on the screen, but we want to hide that just to make our script clean and nice. So here we are just saying dir and then send everything to null. Null means we're sending it to nothing, like nothing really, just not a text file, nothing. So let's test this. Nothing. Oh, I'm sorry, this is I think it's just one. No. Okay, just one. Yeah. So let's do it again. Yeah, there was a text file here. I just misspelled the null. Okay. So here, if you keep doing this, there will be no file, nothing, because you're sending it to null. Basically, just empty space. Okay. So that's because we already know the output, but we don't want to display it on the screen because we're just sending it to nothing. We're hiding it. That's how you use null. But what if you do this, d and then null? Still the same thing. You have to specify that this is an error, right? It's gonna be the same thing. Alright guys, this is how you handle redirections, sending redirections to text file, how do you append to that text file, how do you send your errors to text file, how to handle the nulls, how do you send your output to nothing, just hide it from the screen or suppress it from being displayed. On the next video, we will be discussing the if statement. I know that we should have discussed if statement in this video, but I just thought, this is going to be more important to know first before we jump to the if statement. All right, guys, I'll see you next video. See ya.